Schwabangin sedang ya ke kubor, ni kerpat ipi ki nongpek, ban subscribe ya ke ni ke channel, ban klik ya notification bell, pen yo kloy ki kubor na ke jela.
The Jngoh Jngoh Election Commission of India ki kynthup yung Chief Election Commissioner bat ryngkat lang arngut ki Election Commissioner Kaba arsngi na bynta ke jingpynkhreh ke jingjied ki nongmihkhmat iing dorbar thaw kaban salong hau ni snem arhajar arpulai kalapoi bakut no mynta tarik kyllalyngkot arhajar arpulai. Kane ke jingwan jong Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar lawan synran lang ru da arngut ki Election Commissioner kata Anup Chandra Pandey bat Arun Goel hakini ki arsngi na kalyang kini ki he Jong ECI kila yo lad banyemir Jingmut lang bat ki he officer Jong jela ki kynthup na du Chief Secretary DGP Chief Electoral Officer ke jela nang ta ki he pulit bat ki sipai ki badan lang hang ni ha ke jela haka bakila yo ban ai Jingmut lang Khnang ba ke jingpynkhreh election kan long Kaba Iaid Beit ya tinti Khnang ba kipat ba ken mi banyeshim mynta shirham haka ne ke election ban penkut ya kene ke jingwan jongki Kaba arsngi mynta ke sngi ka khatlai tarik kyllalyngkot arhajar arpulai kladan ke jingye kendo ikilat pathai khubor bynta hotel CEC Rajiv Kumar ulabatai bala dep shemi ki senjam na bynta ke jingpynkhreh ekani ke election arhajar arpulai Shushu ula benrab ru dakaba ula yathu bat on aila di kibri bala temmen bat ye kibadan jingduna hakat kotmen bakin thap ye ki vote jangki na ye lada ki kwa hakani ki jingwan Jngoh jingki he ka ECI kila yo la ru banyemir Jingmut bat ya barok ki seng san perthai kibadan hakani ki jilla
ask them to participate proactively in the forthcoming elections in a true festive mood. Meghalaya is a peaceful state, and elections are always held in the environment of a festival of democracy. So we welcome and we urge everybody through you to participate with full enthusiasm in the elections. In these 2 days, friends, we first met with all the political parties, all the national parties, regional parties, state parties, so that we can get their views, their comments, their suggestions, their inputs, their apprehensions, if any. Thereafter, we have met all the district magistrates, SSPs, and all the state officials. Thereafter, all the central agencies, which I will detail later, and then the chief secretaries and DG of the state, along with the officials. So, to just give you an overview, the population of the state, as you all know, is 29,66,889, with male and female population being almost equal. There are 12 districts where we have to conduct the elections. And in terms of the overview of the elections, the term of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly is up to 15th March 2023. So we have to complete the entire process before that. The male, if you look at the general constituencies, there are 5 and 55 are reserved for STs, and the male and female population and the voters ratio. Female outnumber the male here in the state. There are 10,92,326 female voters in the state. We also have taken on ourselves to earmark the persons with disabilities into our electoral roll, and there are 7,478 PWD voters. We are also very happy to report to you that all over the country and so in Meghalaya, we are marking all our voters who are 80 plus. And Meghalaya has in our electoral rolls 22,658 electors who are 80 plus. And we are very happy to also tell you 290 amongst them are 100 plus. So our respects to them. They have been always participating in the elections, and it's because of them that we are here in this shape of the democracy. We have written from the Commission individually to all of them to facilitate them and to pay our respects to them. And friends, we are focusing in the electoral rolls on inclusion of everybody. And the 18 to 19 years voters are also 81,443. Gender ratio is very happily 1022 in the state here. And EP ratio after this SSR is increased from 630 to 645 in the final rule, which again is a sign of the participation and more environment friendly. And as I mentioned, there would be women-centric, all women managed booths, which are on the right side. There would be 122. Next. 60 PS, as I mentioned, would look like this. They will welcome you. And the PWDs at some of the identified places will have booths, which will be all managed by persons with disabilities. They are also. This is also our way of giving them honor and saying that they are fully empowered. They can handle as anybody else can handle. Strict directions have been given that AMF, assured minimum facility, should be on all booths and no violation of this. Senior citizens, as I mentioned, have an option which Commission is giving to, if they do not want for any reason to vote to the polling station, the Commission will go to their houses. So there is a provision of Form 12D which they can file, which will be open after 5 days of the nomination. The senior citizens can register. Our experience is that many of them wants to come to the polling station because they want to also participate in the festival of democracy. But if they decide, for some reason, our parties will go home and take their vote. And how would we ensure the secrecy of the vote? The team will go, the political agents of the political parties or candidates would also be allowed to go with them, so that nobody can influence the vote of the senior citizens. This will be videographed also, and this will be communicated in advance as to when the parties will go and pick up the votes. So this is a facility which we have extended, and many states in recently held elections have utilized this, but experience is that many wants to come to the polling station itself. Form 12D would be available to them and also to the persons with disabilities. If they want to vote from their home, that also is possible. And as I mentioned, there are 7,400 PWDs. Next slide. There are 7,478 persons with disabilities. They also will have full facility at the booth. And there is a digital platform, there is a PWD app which we call Saksham app. They can download it and in advance book any facilitation they want from us. Even if they want a volunteer to help them at the polling station, they want a wheelchair, all that can be booked in advance. So this is, I would request all the PWD friends, if they want to download this app, they would feel empowered to ask for any facilitation from us. We also have, there is a band here, very famous band which you all might have heard, Light After Dark, which we call it, which are performing, and they are also our kind of ambassadors for awareness amongst the persons with disabilities. That after the 17 years, if somebody is completed, we give them an option to give an advance application to us. So we'll keep it with ourselves, and whenever they turn 18, we'll make them voters. This is to start inculcating the democratic values and ethos right from the beginning. And you will be happy to know that 950 youth of 17 plus age have registered with us in advance. So this is again a happy situation that people of the younger age are coming forward. Since 81,443 are 18 to 19 years, and I would request that when we have taken efforts to enroll them, they also convert this thing from roll to poll. They also should come and vote in the elections which are coming. To give you an overview of the polling stations and the preparations which we have made, the number of polling stations in the state is 3,482 with around 620 voters average, and predominantly rural settings, 3,157 being in the rural areas. Friends will manage 120 booths with women, all women staff. polling officers, presiding officers. Even the police and the police personnel would be women. So this is again a effort which Commission is making all India to make women empowerment our theme. And similarly, this time, as the youth we are registering, we have also started setting the booths which are managed only by youth. Means who have been into the government service just recently, we are picking up, and there are 60 booths which will be managed by our young employees, so as to give them the pleasure and the privilege of managing the booth and conducting the elections. And 50% of the polling stations, that's close to 17,041, would be webcast. We'll make arrangements that there are webcasting is done from those polling stations.